Do you ever feel like you're fading into the background? Like people aren't seeing the real you or that your best years are behind you? Well, I say, forget that nonsense. Today, we're talking about how to own your power and radiate that undeniable presence, especially as women over 50. Have you ever met someone who just radiates confidence? It might not be an in your face bold, but more like, I don't know, a quiet certainty. They walk into the room and even without a single word, you know there's substance there. That, my friend, is the power of presence. And it has way less to do with how you look and everything to do with how you feel about yourself. Now, I love a power outfit just as much as the next woman. But the truth is, we can spend a fortune on clothes and skincare, the works. And if we don't believe in ourselves, that inner glow, it won't shine through. I know because I've been there. Think about it. When you're feeling genuinely happy, excited, or passionate about something, it shows. Your eyes light up, you stand a little taller, your voice carries more energy. That's the kind of magnetism that draws people to you, regardless of your wrinkles and what size dress you wear. Too often, we get caught up in the trap of chasing some idealized version of perfect, especially as we get older. We feel pressure to look younger, thinner, or whatever societal trends dictate. But here's the secret. Trying to be something that we're not, it actually undermines our presence. It makes us appear, I don't know, insecure and inauthentic. But here's the challenge. Instead of trying to fit someone else's mold, I don't know, let's focus on what truly makes us powerful. Now remember, true presence comes from within, confidence, self-acceptance, and a sense of purpose. Chasing external ideals often backfires, making us look like, I don't know, we're trying too hard. And the energy we project, excited, genuine, passionate, has more impact than outward appearance. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. As women over 50, we sometimes have to deal with this stereotype of being invisible, not taken seriously, overlooked for opportunities, made to feel as if our best years are behind us. Well, here's a news flash. That's completely nonsense. I know this is the second time I've said nonsense, right? But it is nonsense. And it's not just at work. This invisible woman stereotype, it seeps into all our daily areas of life. Ever been ignored in a social setting or feel like the younger generations just don't get you? Maybe you've even felt brushed aside in the dating world, as if your age automatically cancels you out. And let's think about those outdated terms that are sometimes thrown at us, like, she's past her prime, or the dreaded over the hill. Those phrases are designed to make us feel diminished and out of touch. But here's the thing, my friend. We get to redefine what those terms mean. Sometimes it's subtle. It's that quick glance away in a conversation, the assumption that you don't have anything relevant to say, or being passed over for a project that you could totally rock. It can be frustrating. But instead of letting those subtle moments, those stereotypes, chip away at your power, let's turn them into fuel. Every time you rise above those expectations, every time you speak your truth, every time you bring your unique perspective to the table, you're defying the stereotype and paving the way for women behind you. What we've lived through, what we've learned over the years, those are our superpowers. Our experiences, both the triumphs and the struggles, have shaped us into the wise and capable and frankly, pretty darn fabulous women that we are today. So let's own it. Now that means refusing to be erased. It means demanding to be seen and respected. So here's what I want you to remember from this. The invisible woman stereotype is pervasive and seeks to diminish value of women over 50. It often manifests in subtle ways, but the impact can be significant. We want to defy the stereotype by owning your experience, your knowledge, and perspective as sources of power. Be a role model for younger women by refusing to let the ageist stereotypes hold you back. Now, all this talk about owning your presence is not just a fluffy concept. There are real, tangible things that we can do to boost how we carry ourselves. So let's start with what's going on inside our heads. So often, it's those negative thought patterns that hold us back. Who am I to share my opinion? No one cares what I have to say. Or here's my favorite. It's too late for me to go after what I want. Do any of those sound familiar? If we don't believe in ourselves, that hesitation leaks out in how we show up. Girl, it's time to rewrite the script. Instead, try this. My experiences are valuable. I have a unique perspective to offer, or it's never too late to make changes. Even if you don't fully believe it at first, just keep repeating it until it shifts the mindset, and that'll happen gradually. Now, here's a funny one. There have been times when I've caught myself walking around with this slightly hunched posture. Like I was apologizing for taking up space. Then one day I walked by a mirror and it was like a light bulb went off. I said, oh no, you need to stand up. Just standing up straighter, shoulders relaxed, chin up, it changed how I felt instantly. See, something as simple as posture makes a huge difference. Okay, try this right now. Slouch down in your chair. Yes, I'm doing it with you. Chin tucked. Now sit up, tall, shoulders back, head high. Do you feel the difference? How we hold our bodies tells the world and ourselves whether we're confident or whether we're shrinking. And let's talk about the voices. I have a friend who is naturally a bit on the softer side, that her voice, I mean. And sometimes if she gets nervous, she gets even quieter, almost like a whisper. Not exactly commanding a room, right? So she started practicing even just ordering a coffee, speaking clearly and projecting a bit more, not letting her voice trail off at the end of sentences. It might sound silly, but those small steps, they can add up. Your voice, it's a powerful tool. It's not about blasting people out of their seats, but about speaking with clarity and with intention. Also notice if you end sentences with an upward note, kind of making it sound like you're asking a question. For instance, I feel this report reflects the information you requested. I've heard people at work do this, and it gives the appearance that you're not confident in what you say. So slightly shift downward in your voice so you can project more certainty. And that's just the power of using your voice with intention. It might sound like a small detail, but believe me, the way you speak has a huge impact on how you're perceived. And this goes hand in hand with what we talked about earlier. I know that's a lot, so let's recap a few points. Number one, shifting your mindset, even slightly, has a powerful ripple effect on your presence. Number two, posture isn't about being rigid, but about taking up the space that you deserve. Number three, practice using your voice intentionally, especially in everyday situations. Presence is built bit by bit with our thoughts, with our posture, and how we use our voices. And next week, we're going to go there. We're going to talk about communication strategies that help us not just be heard, but be respected, whether it's at work, with friends, or even in those difficult family conversations. We'll tackle it together. Now, these might seem like small adjustments, but trust me, they add up. Our physical presence and our inner presence are connected. Remember, your experiences and the knowledge that you've gained, those are your superpowers. Embrace the confident, capable, incredible woman that you are today. Let that inner light shine through in everything that you do. This week, my challenge for you is for you to observe someone that you find has amazing presence. Identify one thing that they do. It could be their posture. It could be how they use their voice, the way they carry themselves, and practice emulating it. Now, I don't mean copy it. You still have to be your authentic self. Just pick up some pointers or things that stand out. And next week, again, we're talking about communication. How you speak up, be heard, and command respect in the workplace and beyond. Until then, keep shining, keep showing up for yourself, and keep inspiring the women around you.